In this short video, we're going to be talking about some of the new products in the WIDIA Advances catalogue available from the guys at ITC in Tamworth. So Matt, can we start with the new 90-degree programme?
Yeah, sure. So in recent years, WIDIA have put together a really good 90-degree shoulder mill programme. Started probably 3 years ago with the VSM11 and 17 family. VSM890 and 15 then came out. This is the next generation on. The older ones were always two-edged or two-edged double-sided. This one is now a four-edged double-sided tool. So,
yeah. So we talk when you go to a single-edged insert. Traditionally, people like using in stainless and aluminiums and things. So the fact this is double-sided, does that mean it's not for stainless and materials like that?
No, we have grades and geometries for stainless, for exotics, for aluminium. So all the materials. What you lose a little bit when you go double-sided is obviously it's a bit more negative. You don't get the ramping and some of those sort of methods for machine that you get with the single-sided inserts. So it does have its restrictions on that case, but for shoulder milling, face milling, that sort of stuff, you're suddenly getting 8 cutting edges for your buck. So
yeah, good economy. And you've mentioned 90 degrees. Is it 90 degrees? Obviously, there's a lot of manufacturers. It's 89 or 91 degrees
yes,
as opposed to 90.
From past working in a manufacturing facility where we used to make these sort of cutters, it's very difficult to get a true 90 degree. There's a lot of science goes into it. So when you're manufacturing the cutter and you're producing the pockets, when you check the insert, you have to have the insert toeing out at the back. So if I use that because it's bigger as an example, you'd sort of toe it that way, only by very small degree. And then what you would do then is when we came to check it, you would have a dimension from just below the rad to just below the next rad that you would have on a movement on a DTI, on a dial test indicator. Then obviously you've got the problem when that cutter is in cut, it's going to deflect, and the idea is it deflects to the true 90. So when WIDIA brought out the true 90 range of VSM cutters, I was a little bit skeptical because having made the cutters, it's very difficult to get them to cut true 90. But having said that, we are seeing really good sidewall results on the surface finish. So where you've got the lines down, yes, you can still see the lines, but they're a lot less between the two cuts than you've seen in previous. So it just helps with the finishing process. We do have customers now that can use the indexable to get the required finish to actually not need a finishing tool. So,
very good. And I note the pockets have got a number on them. Is that for presetting?
For presetting a bit, but also if you imagine you're on a grotto machine in a real dark, horrible workshop, and you need to take that tool off and you're not quite sure which way around it was, it's to aid that sort of thing as well. There's nothing technically for having the numbers on, but it's an aid for the guy on the shop floor. If he needs to take the tool out, if he needs to work out which inserts, say an insert was breaking every time, you can then go back and say, well, it's always on pocket 3. There must be a slight problem with pocket 3. So
good idea. So if we look at the high feed, I know the 70NS, it's been around for some time, but presumably this is an enhancement even further.
Yeah, I think the old high feeds on carbide have always been used predominantly for harder materials. So we've always had a good range on that, but this is actually specific for titaniums, stainlesses, those sorts of exotic materials. And the material doesn't have to be 58, 60 Rockwell for it to work efficiently. So I'm really keen to get these out and try them because I think they're going to work really, really well. So that's one of the new advances from the Advances book that's going to be really good.
Yeah, so and this is targeted at, like you say, tricky materials,
heat resistance, aerospace, that sort of material that you find.
Medical,
that sort
oil
of,
and gas.
Yeah, exactly.
And what is the range? What's the smallest and what's the largest?
So we're going from 6mm up to 25mm.
Okay, huge range. And obviously then these guys have got indexable solutions if you want to go larger.
Yeah, if we're going to go larger, we've got the M370, we've got the M1200 high feed. Also in this book, we've got some smaller high feed indexable now. The VXF07 is one of them, VXF09 is another one. So we're down now to 16mm on two-edged on an indexable. So there's lots of new innovations coming through.
Lots coming on. So if some engineers watching this video, how do they find out more?
Well, we've got a very good website. We've got sales guys and technical guys all around the country. So I'm applications, not sales. I love getting on the duck boards and actually making these tools work, helping the customer with technical support. Just contact us through the website or through the office, or find out who your local rep is. We're happy to come in and do some work with you.
Here we are. Get in touch with the guys at ITC and they'll help you out.